Happy Monday, everybody. Big night tonight. We are finally in the championship game for March Madness here. Leaderboard's pretty packed on Levr. I'm going to try to make a last-minute push here to get myself into the money, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. How's everybody doing? How was your weekend, Kurt?
Good. I'm carrying a pretty heavy Michigan ticket to win the title from like January, so just rooting for that later, but it's decent sized.
That's awesome. Have you hedged it or are you just riding it?
I have not had. Yeah, I'm just gonna ride it. It's like plus 350. I'm just gonna go along with it.
Good stuff. Kaz, how was your weekend? You got anything open here in Michigan?
No. I tried to bet against them the other night just for fun. That wasn't a good idea, clearly. And then I actually commented on something that Kurt posted on Volume Bets on his X account. I was actively laughing at how Illinois couldn't get one ball to bounce in, but then UConn would come down the floor and the kid would hit the side of the rim, it'd bounce up, hit the backboard, somehow go back into the basket. And I was just laughing. I was like, sometimes you just know when it's another team's day and it's not yours. And watching that game was just like, it's not Illinois', it's not their day. Like I was just laughing. And it crushed me because I had a bunch of money on Illinois.
They missed a ton at the rim, Illinois. Just like regular layups that were bouncing out. That one that rolled out and just sat on the back of the rim for like 6 seconds. And then there was that solo ball one that hit like every side of the rim, bounced up 3 feet off the backboard, and then a bunch of those.
Yeah, the one that stopped on the back of the rim, that was his second attempt after it appeared that he kind of got fouled on the first attempt, didn't get the rebound, and then on the ensuing possession by UConn, they shoot like a three that bounces, takes a crazy bounce off the rim. It hits the backboard, takes 2 more bounces on the rim, goes in. I'm just like, that's it. Like that's how you know.
So let's just do this first. Let's go over this game first. While we're talking about it, it opened at if anyone not aware, it's UConn, Michigan here in the finals. Michigan pretty expected. UConn, I mean, I don't know. Send me your bracket next year if you had UConn in the finals here or in the last game, and I will copy every pick. 6.5 point spread. This opened at 7.5. Michigan favorites here. Negative 285 favorites. Over under at 146.5. Sounds like you're both on Michigan, but is there a route here for UConn to win again, or are you expecting this kind of their luck to run out here? We start with you, Kaz.
Yeah, I expect the luck to run out. At the beginning of this, I thought this game was going to be Duke, Michigan, because I thought, and I still do. I still think those were the 2 best teams. I know UConn knocked off Duke, but they needed a little bit of luck at the end of that game, and a Duke collapse, which they got. Yeah, Michigan's just been so good all year. Me and Kurt were talking before we got on. I think the biggest problem for UConn's going to be matching up inside with Michigan. UConn also has a fatal problem where they don't push the tempo at all. Hopefully for them, they can try to slow the game down to benefit them, because Michigan's one of the fastest teams in the country as far as shots within the shot clock. So I think they're going to try to push the pace and make UConn try to keep up with them. I just think it all plays into Michigan's favor. But we'll see. You never know. I mean, if Hurley can keep this game close and they can pull one out, I mean, what a run. It's like, what, three national championships in 5 years or something like that?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I saw that tweet. going around today in the last few days. Kurt, how are you feeling here with UConn and Michigan? Just kind of keep rolling.
Yeah, I like Michigan. There is a route for UConn. There's a route for UConn every time because the coach is so good and there's some talent there and some awkward things you can deal about. The problem with them is that the awkward stuff that they tend to throw at teams like Illinois and Duke with Reed is that they're just not going to work against Mara and Johnson. Like Mara's 7'3". He's not going to be bullied inside by Reed, who's 4 inches shorter and his wingspan's like 5-6 inches shorter. And they're not going to be, pushed around anywhere. All those little kinks there. They have to hit their threes. I mean, they hit them against Illinois, took a bunch, hit a bunch. They're going to have to do it again here. I just don't see how they agree with Kaz. I don't know how they hang inside. Not even necessarily with Mara, but with the other one, Johnson, 6'9", 250. He's been bullying guys way bigger than Caravan, and Caravan's been the one kind of stuck on these because they don't have anybody bigger. He's 6'8", but he's a slight 6'8" and gets pushed around quite a bit. He's more of a wing defender than an inside defender. I just don't know how that doesn't lead to open looks. Either he gets points with bully ball or that leads to open kick out threes when people overhelp or anything like that. So Mara should be fine. Like the perimeter should be fine if they're hitting like a decent amount of their threes, but they have some matchup problems on both ends that I struggle to kind of see them getting over.
I just shared my screen, Kaz, if you want to add it up there. Do we have any interest in leverage on this game if Michigan wins, which it sounds like you guys feel they will? Is it a game that you guys think they're going to come out hot and kind of roll with? Or do you think UConn can make this close late? I mean, I know they can, but do you think that's going to be happening?
If it works for Michigan from the jump, then UConn won't catch. Like period. Like if Caravan's getting bullied on the inside and Michigan are hitting their threes, like they're just gonna run off with this game. Like if UConn are hitting their threes and they're defending inside like decently, I know how your leverage. Well, I don't know how the leverage thing works super well, but like Michigan are going to be in the game. Like there's no route to UConn like running completely away with this. So even if they're hitting their threes and the defense is working, like it's still kind of a struggle for me to see Michigan not be in the range you need it to be as the game goes along.
Yeah, so on 2x leverage, you pretty much need Michigan never get to like plus 147 live.
Right. So that's like, I don't know. Like if UConn are up 6 at half, you're probably still not getting that number.
Yeah. It'd have to get a little later.
Yeah.
Even if UConn came out hot. But yeah, you take it at 2x, that puts you at, I mean, you're getting a payout like you're getting negative 160-ish odds. But yeah, then it just increases as you go. So the riskiest here would be on 5x if it ever got to negative. Or wait. I don't know. Something seems backwards here. Kaz, is this something?
That look right? No.
Yeah, shouldn't this be going the other way?
No, because oh right, yeah.
I'm gonna have them look at that. Well, anyone watching live, you could get 5x amazing liquidation odds right now. All right, and then on the other side,
wouldn't it be right? Wouldn't the lower?
It'd be riskier. So like the oh yes, yeah.
That looks right.
Yeah,
right. Minus 164.
Yeah.
No, I took Michigan. I think what's the 3x play here? I think it's like plus 116 or something like that.
Yeah, no, we almost pay out even.
Yeah, that's what I took. I actually really like that because, like Kurt said, I don't think like there's a route where UConn can pull it unless it's like late and somehow they go up 7 with 2 minutes to go. And who knows? Even then, maybe it's still close. I mean, Michigan's a 7-point favorite, so I think that play, anything that you can get close to even money, I think it's a good leverage bet. So yeah, I like Michigan 3x close to that like even money spot. I thought that was a great spot. I
Are
need
you,
it too.
I was going to
I
ask
need it.
you within range of placing anything?
I won like my first bet, and I think I've lost like my last 4. So if I had to guess, probably not. But if I win this, then maybe I'll be back in it.
Yeah, I'm like down 100 right now. I don't think it's going to happen.
And I just plain like lost the other bets. Like I took Illinois and Arizona this weekend because I was trying to get up the leaderboard, and then I took High Point, and they lost that game in overtime. I was freaking out when they took the lead, and then the kid from Kentucky made that 3, and I was just like, "You got to be kidding me!" Because I thought I was like that was going to be a perfect spot for me to like really move up the leaderboard.
Yeah, I think you had High Point the first game, no? Did you get High Point the first game?
I had High Point the first game, but I didn't bet him on Levr, and I regret. That's why I picked him the second game because it's like I like him again to win the second one. I should have picked him the first one. It would have put me in a better spot. I forgot who I had in the first one, like Virginia or somebody like that. Somebody that was closer to even money on like 3x. But
Nice. Okay, cool. We can kind of shift gears. Unless you guys have anything else on this game you want to mention.
I mean, I bet. Well, I was telling Kurt, I wanted to bet Michigan to score first on a 2, and I wanted to bet the under on UConn tonight. I think it's around 69.5. Was there under for the team? So I wanted to bet the under on UConn. The first basket, Michigan. And then I like Michigan to cover 6.5. But none of the books wanted to work that out with me.
Do you both like them to cover here?
I don't have a real opinion. Like 7 points is quite a lot. I just think you'll know right away. Like you'll know after 10 minutes. Like if Michigan's inside stuff is working and they're causing overhelp or he's just getting buckets inside, then Michigan are gonna run away with the game. Like if UConn are hitting their threes, then we're just gonna have a tight game. But you'll know rather early. So if you're like watching the game and things are going how you think it is, and it's like 12-12 after 10 minutes, it's probably a good spot to jump in live. But you'll know pretty quick, I think.
Do me a favor and ping our chat 10 minutes in and let me know when I'm live betting.
Okay.
All right, we'll shift over to NBA. I have not done my playoff research like I have, so I'm not sure if any of these teams are going to throw any of these games. I don't think so, looking at it. We can run through these quick. I don't. This next game, I'm not touching. Atlanta's been playing really well. Knicks are. I don't know. It's impossible for me to ever trust the Knicks ever.
Oh, I'm touching that.
Okay. So plus 107 Knicks, slight dogs to Atlanta here, -111. Kaz, let's hear what you got.
Yeah, I like the Hawks a lot. The Hawks are 13-1 at home since February 20th, and they've won 13 consecutive home games. They what was I going to say? Oh, the Knicks are 1-8 against the spread on the road since March 8th. They are horrible against the spread. They're not playing well on the road. The Hawks are playing great at home. It's 1.5. with the spread. I like them in with some. I like the Hawks with leverage also. I think the 2x line was good enough for me. I don't think I don't think this could go into a. I don't think the Knicks are going to allow themselves to get blown out. But yeah, I like the Hawks in this position. That was a good spot.
What about you, Kurt? Are you interested in this game at all?
Not really. I can't fault either side here. The Knicks are kind of just inconsistent. Hawks are kind of inconsistent as well, but they're at least playing for a little bit of something here to stick out of the play-in. So I guess I don't mind leaning Hawks, but in reality, not a game I want to play.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, Cass, sounds like you're Atlanta here. I'll be rooting for you. Detroit, Orlando. Detroit, I think they locked up the 1 seed last game. Negative 119 here, plus 114. Orlando. I felt like Detroit was scuffling for a bit. Cunningham got injured. They've gone 8-2 since then. I don't really know what to do with this team. I think they'll beat Orlando here, but I'm not confident of that. And after just securing the 1 seed, not sure if they get up for this game or not. Either of you guys have any interest here?
Does that say the Magic at plus 14 and Detroit at minus 119 on your thing?
Yeah, those good lines. Does someone have a good line?
No, I was just wondering. Just a couple seconds ago, Detroit ruled out a bunch of dudes. Levr, Stewart, Duncan Robinson, Tobias Harris, Cade, obviously. All those dudes are not playing as of like 60 seconds ago. So
That makes sense.
Wouldn't be super surprised if they just straight up punt this game.
Oh, yeah, the lines are moving. I mean, yeah, it moved the line a point.
Is this game in Detroit?
No, it's in Orlando.
Really? I might have to bet some Orlando. I'm really surprised to see them still dogs here.
I kind of like that. I mean, already I was thinking it might be tough for them to get up for this after just securing the 1 seed. Now they're ruling out a bunch of people. So maybe
it should be noted down the stretch here for a lot of these teams too that they may play for. We'll talk about it with the Spurs in a minute, Kaz, because we were talking about it before. That a lot of these teams are stuck in their spot, and while they're not going to fully rest dudes all the time, and they're not just going to sit out for the last 4 games, they're not going to come into these games either and play 35 minutes. Like, you might just get some 25-minute nights and 20-minute nights out of some of these. So while teams like Detroit may have guys who are going to come in and play here, there's a world where a lot of the major pieces for their playoff run that are still available tonight might just play 20 to 25 minutes and call it a night also.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I'd like to see. I haven't dug into any of the player props, but I wonder if that's reflected pretty well. I imagine this is the time of year when I feel like you just don't have players up on the board.
Yeah, not till right before tip. Yeah, that type of stuff.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm with you there. All right. While we're talking, the Spurs, Philadelphia here. Philly's got everybody active. San Antonio looks great. It's going to be either them or OKC, I'd imagine, coming out of that side. Maybe Denver. I don't know. Denver does not play defense. Do we think Spurs go at this 100%? Because to your point, I mean, they're stuck.
That's where, I mean, it's an interesting line out there. Wemby's rebounds assist line tonight, 16.5. And he's averaging 14.5 rebounds and 4 assists over the last 8 games. So, I mean, that line seemed kind of low. which makes me feel like maybe the Bucks are feeling that they're not going to play him to his full minutes and maybe give him a little rest before the playoffs. I should have thought about it more because I took it earlier. I took the over, but now I'm starting to doubt myself. But hopefully my gut was right earlier. Just seemed like there was quite a gap there. What's that?
What are the MVP odds looking at right now? I know he was pretty vocal in the last few weeks.
Everyone's dead. It's just SGA. SGA is going to win. The straw poll came out like 3 days ago, and he had 88 of the 100 votes. It's over.
Yeah,
and again, they're stuck. They can't catch OKC anymore unless they win all 4, and OKC drop 3 of the final 4, and then they're 12 ahead of the Lakers already. So they're stuck, and the MVP is dead, and they're just in a weird spot for the last 4 games.
Somebody posted a few weeks ago about, and it was getting action, that you should take the Spurs to win the West? Yeah. At something. And I reposted it. And I wonder, hold on, I want to see what it was. I'm now feeling good about it. I told this guy to shut up.
You're not feeling good about it?
No, I am.
Oh. I caught some 6-1, maybe January or maybe February. I'm pretty invested in OKC and San Antonio. So if San Antonio wins the West or OKC wins the title, I'm in really, really good shape. Just need one of those 2 things to happen. I think they meet in the Western Conference Finals, and I probably don't have to worry about it. But
yeah, I agree with you. This was the post, March 23rd. This feels like insane value. This was Spurs at plus 950 and OKC at negative 2,000 for the 1 seed. His quoted words, this 1 seed looks like a coin flip to me.
Yeah. I remember this exact tweet because I saw it as well. I couldn't believe what he was saying. There was 10 games left, and the Thunder were 3 games up.
Yeah, OKC would have had to go. I figured looking at it, it was like both these teams were playing teams that were tanking. Spurs would have had to go. They probably go in 7-3, which I feel like they probably went exactly 7-3. OKC would have to go 3-7 for the standings to flip. OKC has never gone 3-7 in a 10-game stretch this year. In fact, the worst that they've gone in a 10-game stretch was 7-3. So
yeah, I remember that post. I thought it was nuts.
Don't believe everything you read. I saw a good one last night about some relief pitcher getting the Cy Young this year.
Oh, Mason Miller. I don't think he'll get it, obviously, but they do get votes sometimes, I guess. But
3 times.
He'd have to have a really nutty year. He'd like give up fucking nothing all year, and the Padres aren't going to be that great. And
in a league,
he's got to be the last guy to win one.
Yeah, in the NL with Skeens, Yamamoto, Ohtani, like I don't see
he'd have to. It's just not enough innings. Like he'd have to.
One bad outing, he's out of it.
Yeah, he'd have to have a save opportunity. He'd have to go like 1 inning every night and then find extra innings just to kind of catch up innings wise.
Start just starting him near the end of the year. All right, what does Portland's seeding look like? Does this game matter to them? Do you know, Kurt, Kaz?
Yeah, they're in the play-in. I think they're in the 9th spot, so they're gonna not throw it for sure. And it matters for the Nuggets too. But if you're the Blazers, you don't want to be in the 9 because if you're in the 7 or 8, you get 2 chances at the playoffs. You get the play-in one there, and then you play the other one at home as well. So they're gonna try and pop out of that, but it matters to the Nuggets. Well, it might. Here's my thing with the Nuggets. I don't know if the Nuggets want to play Spurs Thunder. Like I think for the Nuggets in particular, a team that does a lot of injury stuff and a team that's shown they can kind of run a little bit with the Thunder, that I think they'd prefer to play the Thunder early instead of late. So I don't know if the Nuggets really care this much about the 3, especially considering the last year or two they've tried to like overdo it down the stretch and have lost bodies going into the playoffs. So I'm not 100% sure on where the Nuggets are over these last 3 or 4 games. But if they're going to come out and just be themselves, then it should be fine.
I feel like the Trailblazers are just like, I mean, they're not bad, but they're just a team that kind of just took advantage of everybody tanking. Like they kept playing when they could have just tanked themselves.
They're like super heliocentric around Denny Advia. And when teams take Denny Advia out of it, they don't have an offense. And Aaron Gordon, if he's fine, should just take him out of the game for the most part. Not completely, but you know what I mean. Like you slow them down a little bit, and they're probably going to have trouble keeping up.
Yep. All right. I mean, yeah, I'm not touching it. Kaz, you're gonna mess around with this, or
Nope.
That opened 4.5 for whatever reason. I was like staring at it, and I thought something was broken, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, I don't know why this is 4.5. And I was looking all over the place for like if the Nuggets were going to rest guys, or couldn't find anything. And I went back to bet it, and it was 6.5 already.
yeah, it's 7.5 now almost.
Yeah, I don't know why it opened the way it did.
That's odd. A lot of baseball today. A lot of baseball every day, generally. I'm not going to go through every game. Are there spots, though, that you guys particularly like? There's a lot of nasty weather today, I noticed. That was about it when I was looking through baseball.
Yeah, I touched some games kind of based off some weather predictions. Just some over-unders. And then I took a couple home runs from one game in particular. Let me get in here. I like the... There we go. I like the over in the Red Sox Brewers game. Looks like the wind's going to be blowing out there tonight. And then the over in the Royals Guardians game. And then I also had the over in the Padres Pirates game. And then I took 2 home run bets there. I took 2. That looks like the wind's blowing to right field, out to right field. I took low and oh my God, what's the other kid's name? The other lefty on the team. O'Hearn, Ryan O'Hearn. So I took Brandon Lowe and Ryan O'Hearn for home runs tonight. And my under was Cardinals Nationals. Looks like the wind's gonna be pretty brutal blowing into the ballpark. So I took the under in that game. Those were my Major League Baseball plays tonight.
Yeah, Minnesota's pretty gross too. What games did you like the over in? Boston?
Yeah, I like the over in the Boston game.
I hit my Tampa Bay home run, so maybe I just be smart and don't touch anything else today.
Run your little program on Lowe and O'Hearn tonight. They had home runs.
It's been having some issues. Can you see it up?
Yep. That's the San Diego Pittsburgh game is the one I took the home runs on. I think the guy starting for San Diego is the kid. He used to pitch for the Rockies. It's driving me nuts.
Is Trevor Story playing right now? I feel like I haven't heard Trevor Story's name in the
I
entire
haven't
year.
heard any of the Red Sox names because they stink.
I saw that. Looks like they kind of got screwed a little bit. Was it yesterday? Machado just booting that ball.
Yeah, he kicked it out of play on purpose.
Yeah,
the throw was terrible. I mean, it didn't help.
Yeah, it looked pretty clear. Yeah, Trevor Story is in the lineup. I get worried sometimes that this is not pulling the right data. Oh, in Boston, little boost to home runs, right-handed hitters. Might throw something on Trevor Story. San Diego, you said?
Yeah, I have 2 guys from Pittsburgh to hit home runs tonight.
All right, I don't know why, but this is not pulling his. I was just looking at this earlier. It is not pulling Marquez's data from last year, and I'm quite certain he pitched last year. I don't know if he was with Colorado still or if he was with San Diego, but generally he gets rocked, from what I recall.
And that's what I recalled also.
Oh, he was coming back from Tommy John last year.
There we go.
So he didn't have many innings. Let's see what he did in the innings he did have. He got spanked his first start this year for 2 home runs, 4 earned runs, 8 hits in 3 innings. Yeah, he gave up. I mean, he pitched a decent amount last year. I don't know why this isn't pulling for me. Let me yell at it. But you have what, O'Hearn?
Yeah, O'Hearn and Lowe.
Lowe spanked the ball last year. It's a high WOBA, 370, 1-1 ground ball to fly ball ratio. 26% of his fly balls were home runs. Hard hit. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like Lowe out of those 2. A little bump to home runs. Kurt, you looking at anything to MLB?
I only played 1, and it was Texas Seattle, first 3 innings under 2.5. I like Gilbert. I like DeGrom. It's a weird stadium. Last year, a lot of those fly balls died there, and I'm not so sure it'll happen as much this year, but it's still a bit of a factor. And both Gilbert and DeGrom pitched well the first time and then had some unlucky stuff go their way that kind of killed their early ERAs and stuff like that. So I think they could both get through the lineup once without too much of a hassle. And Seattle's been freaking horrible batting so far. So hopefully they just put up nothing through 3.
I was shocked Seattle's lineup did well last year, to be honest. Yeah, these guys pitched great last year. Super low WOBAs, high K rates.
Yeah, they're good pitchers. They just both of them in their first game pitched like 3 expected and ended up with like 6 CRAs instead. Just some weird like fielding factors and stuff like that. But hopefully turns around a little bit today.
Roof should be closed. I like that. I like picking on Mark Scherzer. Picked on him a few times last year. He's getting old. He's one of those pitchers that he's not like he just pitched at you, so he'd give up bombs, but he also would strike out a lot of people, so the home runs never really hurt him. I feel like he's really losing that part of his game, the strikeouts. Lefty spanked him last year, 2.5 home runs per 9, really high WOBA, a lot of fly balls. Los Angeles, as we know, loaded with lefties at the top. What is Ohtani tonight? Probably like plus 190 for a home run.
Probably. Yeah, I the other two things I looked at were the Dodgers straight up, which I liked, and then Cardinals straight up, but I was also in the mind that it's probably time to just fade Scherzer pretty much every time he gets up now.
Robleski kind of got knocked around, but it's the Dodgers. I mean, I hate it, but I feel like I'm betting them every single night. What's their
They're
line?
pretty good.
Negative 220, I'm going to guess.
Who? They're minus 142 today.
What is going on here?
You got minus
Look at
123.
123. Yes.
Yeah, Robleski's not great, but just picking on Scherzer, I'd definitely rather do.
They bat first, though. Tiny, pops one off early. This might be a game that I know, Kaz, I was talking to you about this. When Ohtani has these awesome matchups for a home run, just boxing, I'm thinking of horse racing, but just pairing him with like every hitter on this lineup for a home run parlay.
Yeah, just a double dip it.
Quick way to lose a lot of money, but also maybe make a lot. And unfortunately, I only did it with 2 hitters last game, and one of them hit, the other one didn't. But I think 5 other guys on that team hit home runs. Oh, this is indoors, isn't it? Yeah, it's Toronto.
Yeah, I'm sure they had the roof closed for tonight.
Tucker,
we went to the first game last year where they opened the roof, and that was in May.
Yeah, took a while. We did almost got a Vlad Jr. home run in our labs. It's a good time. Ohtani, Tucker, Freeman. Ohtani's odds are going to be terrible. What else did you say you were looking at? You said St. Louis.
Yeah, I kind of like Palante. Well, I don't like Palante, but I kind of like Palante and actively don't like Little. So I'm higher than market on Palante and lower than market on Little. So it's just a numbers thing. I make it like minus 135.
Palante, a lot of ground balls. Little, not so much. Both really don't have much for strikeout.
Palante's his ability to get ground balls kind of negates a little bit of his strikeout stuff. Like he's not going to punch you out very often, but like he makes up for it a little bit with the ground ball stuff. Makes his like just overall stats look kind of funky, but
none of these Washington hitters get the ball up either.
No.
Oh, great weather impact. Not that it matters for him. And ground balls. I like that. What were the odds on that you had?
I made it 135, but it should be like minus 115-ish. Floating around right now.
We tend to have better value, I feel like.
Do your regular, can you bet without the leverage?
Not yet. You will be able to soon. Yeah, we got to get that up and running because it's just, to your point, like people want to do that sometimes and they're just going to leave the site and it's hard to get them back once they do.
Well, the leverage. Would your odds, I wonder if your odds would change without the leverage?
Slightly. So with levers, we're able to get rid of a lot of the VIG.
Mm-hmm.
So that's generally why we're going to have better looking lines. So
do they bet against you or others?
It's against the house. It's against us.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So
it's
the
not
leverage. The leverage definitely rips up the VIG. You probably get both sides a lot.
Yes.
Right.
But there's fees. There are fees associated with, like, because technically you're like borrowing money when you take leverage, so there are like borrow fees associated with it. but it
Right.
still comes out to typically less than if you were to take it.
Right.
Like
The regular vig.
Yeah, because this is only, what do you have, 4 points of vig?
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah, you're like 8 cents off of like closest on market probably.
But to be clear, like that's you're gonna get fees taken out.
Right.
But still, yeah, I mean,
But the way that it works is like you get both sides, like the house wins both sides of a game sometimes.
yeah, if both sides
Right.
get liquidated, 100%.
So you can afford.
Yep. Yeah.
Drop the big.
At the same time, though, I mean, we could lose 5 ways with one person, though.
Right, of course. Yeah, no, obviously, yeah.
But no, so basketball, it's interesting to see. I mean, I was betting on a test net, but when it's fake money, you're not really betting that seriously. Now that it's real money, it's interesting to, you just have different betting styles with it. Like NBA, I don't like taking games that I think are going to be like close at all because NBA is so back and forth. And if you get late.
Yeah, that was my original thought, that like if it's like the last minute and they're just trading leads, you've lost both sides.
Yeah, both sides are typically going to get liquidated and the house wins on both sides. Exactly. Yeah. But also, I mean, there's those games where you take a heavy favorite, they get down significant early, like the line barely moves. So like you don't really have to worry about them getting liquidated too much until the very end.
Right.
Baseball, like because it's very turn based. I think I said this on another live, but like I very much like away favorites since they bat first.
Right. Yeah.
Ideally, you get a run on the board and then you have some cushion. So like St. Louis today, I like that spot. I'm glad you just put me on it. And then I'm pretty sure the Dodgers were away. Yeah, they are. Yeah. So that makes me like that even more. Because the Dodgers I've gotten liquidated twice this year on the Dodgers already on games they ended up winning by a ton because they would give up 4 runs in the first like 2 innings. Then you're out of it. Sucks. But
they have a propensity to like heavy add in the 8th inning. They do that shit all the goddamn time.
Yeah, you know who doesn't have a tendency to do that? The Yankees. I just keep watching them blow late leads. It's driving me crazy. Yeah, so Marlins, for everyone telling me they were 6-0, just went 2-1 against the Yankees, so let's all calm down. Or 1-2 against the Yankees.
No longer the best team ever. That sucks.
It's tough when you play teams that can field a full, like all 9 players. All right, yeah. I mean, I don't have anything else unless you guys wanted to look at any other of the games.
No, I'm good.
Ohtani, Freeman, Tucker, home run, round robin. That's my play tonight. All right.
I do 1 home run a week on Tuesday because of the boost.
Who has that? I just have not been able to get on normal sites yet.
Yeah, they do the boost now. They used to do some other shit, but Fanatics has a neat one. I'm limited on Fanatics and can't really bet there, but Fanatics has a cool one. It's like King of the Court, but it's like longest home run of the day. And then you split bonus bets up. I don't know how much they put out, but they do it like once a week, cool. I think, too.
I wonder if they nuke like the Colorado teams home run for that.
Yeah. You're just looking for dudes. Yeah, I guess dudes with power. Dudes who are going to like O'Neal Cruz it once in a while, even if he's like not heavy to like hit a home run that day, but like, if he gets a hold of one, he's going to hit it 125 off the bat.
What's Stanton doing this year so far?
Not Stanton. I don't know if he has any home runs. His swing looks all right. Despite what they were saying all off season, maybe
he looked great in spring training. I know it's spring training, but he had like the best spring he's had in a while.
Yeah, and he looks fine in the regular season for what I saw. But
there we go, batting .400, 1 home run, 6 RBIs.
Yeah. The guy who can't open chips.
You got to explain that one to me.
Somebody they were talking about, I think it was the manager. They had asked him how Stanton's elbows were doing, and he said he couldn't open a bag of chips. Genuinely. So let me see if I can find the actual thing. But like that was the whole thing all off season. Like he's like he might be fried, like he might never play again type stuff. And then he comes out and he's fucking looks fine. Here, yeah,
Tennis elbow in both arms.
Yeah. It's crazy.
What does he have left on his contract?
I'm not sure. Yeah, tennis elbow on both arms. But yeah, he hits it fine, swings fine.
2027, so he's got a few more years left. I thought it was going to be longer than that.
Yeah, it's coming up quick.
All right. I think we are good. Just friendly reminder, last night you can bet on March Madness. If you are in the leaderboard and you don't have 5 bets yet made in March Madness, make sure you get up to 5 bets because you're not going to be included in the prize pool if you're not. Let's see if anyone's in trouble. Yeah, this guy hit 1 bet or 3. He's got 2 tonight. He needs to add 2 more. There's a few people. Where am I? Oh my. Yeah, I'm down here. I don't think we're making any moves.
Oh, you're behind me.
All right. Yeah, so do that. And then the April leaderboards are running. This pays out, I think we're doing $2,500 a month to the top 10 in PNL. Oh my goodness, look at that. To the top 10 in PNL and the top 10 in volume for the month. This right now is showing the last 30 days. We'll get it updated. It shows April only. But yeah, get in on that too. All right. I am good, gentlemen. Thank you, as always. Thank you for everyone listening. Thank you for anyone who listens to the recording. Cheers.
See ya.